A lot can happen in a day by Fireball Hex. A lot can happen in a day. This I know because the day I'm about to describe is straight out of a nightmare. It's cold and it's painful. I wish I really didn't have to recall it on a day to day basis. I won't ever forget. That is the pain I have to deal with the rest of my life. Due to the events that transpired on that fateful day, I really can't remember all the details. I can only remember the important parts. The happiness that came, how quickly it was taken from me. I was given a lead, and the lead was yanked away quicker than I could imagine. Pain isn't just physical, pain can be emotional. Sometimes that can be the worst pain to deal with. And I know it is the worst pain to deal with. Start our journey with a group of friends. I really don't remember the end destination. This is going to sound a little cliche, but the journey is most of the experience. Except this time. This time, the destination is where our story begins. The destination was an abandoned building. It wasn't anything special. It was the middle of nowhere, away from everything. It was nicknamed Sanctuary. Before the war and before the world became a truly fucked up place, people would come and stay here, away from the bullshit of life and suffering. It was bliss, and we wanted to see what happened. On the outside, it looked thoroughly abandoned. The windows were cracked, the side paneling was falling off. The building was the only building as far as the eye could see. Surrounded by green grass and fertile fields, you could imagine why they wanted to live here. It was beautiful. Short in the distance, you could see the red orange cliffs so tall it made you feel so small compared to the rest of the world. We enter the building, and it's bigger than we thought it would be. The hallways abandoned, filled with dust and debris. We searched the building. There were at least two of us. I My memory is a little hazy. The girl I was traveling with was following short behind me. We entered this room. It was cooler than the others. It was an eerie feeling. She had the same feeling because we locked eyes and then we heard it. The sound of a creature looking for its prey, the sound of a beast looking for its next meal. In the corner, there was a painter's ladder. I grabbed it and head to the closet to hide. We tried to use it to cover ourselves, but she saw a vent. It was the perfect size for her to fit in. I knew I needed help, so I helped her escape. I was alone, alone to what seemed would be like my end. The feeling of being alone and afraid of what might come is probably one of the worst feelings you ever feel. I hope that you, as a viewer, will never have to face this fear. I decided that if I'm going to die, I'm going to die fighting. I ran out of the room with the ladder in hand and book it. I tried making it to the door out. The building kept shifting. Not the actual building, but the walls, the hallways, and the room. Configuration was changing. A person appeared in the middle of the room. It looked like a person, but definitely wasn't a human. I ran past it with the ladder and hit it. I ran and I ran. I was terrified. I ran till I could no longer. Then black. I don't remember passing out. All I can remember is waking up in the middle of a well lit room. It was the most elegant room I've seen in a while. The room's atmosphere was brimming with energy and warmth. I don't know how I got there, but I wish I had stayed forever. I wake up and instantly feel welcome. The atmosphere is so peaceful. Everyone is chatting, everyone is in nirvana. This is Sanctuary. I see my friend at the other side of the dining hall. I meet gazes with this girl. Her hair, Her eyes and her smile, they were entrancing. I walk up to her and ask her to dance, talk, and it was magic. This girl's hair was softer than the softest blanket I have ever touched, her light brown hair reaching just past her shoulders, her smiling all the while we danced. I was at peace. It was my sanctuary. We danced and played all day, it seemed. I couldn't get enough of her. It seemed mutual. I wish I'd gotten her name. She was perfect. But like all things in this tragic world we call Earth, perfect things and perfect moments don't last forever. And this moment was interrupted by the call of nature. I head towards the ladies' room, all the while she was still on my mind. The thought of her just being close to me made me warm and giddy with excitement. I didn't want to stop talking to her. I didn't want to be with anyone else. She was the one. I get into the stall. Someone followed me. I look in the mirror and admire how cute my floral dress they had changed me into. It complimented me so well, I thought. I turned around and everything changes in an instant. The person I had seen in the hallway was there. He pulled the gun and shot. He had shot me. I look into his eyes as I fall towards the ground. He shot me in the neck, finger's length below the ear at a downward angle. I fall to the ground in pain, pain so intense I just lie there. My friend comes rushing in. The girl I was in love with, nowhere to be seen. I'd applied pressure to the wound. I felt nothing. I felt hopeless, lying on the cold stone floor, the blood pouring through the seams of my fingers. Is this the end? I lie there, not knowing if I was going to make it. Was this how I went out? I really don't remember too much. I wish I could. It's the worst feeling in the world. I fade out, and the next thing I knew, I was outside. I was laying in the grass, my hand automatically shooting the gunshot wound. It seemed to not be bleeding anymore. Pain was still there. I got up and tried walking. It seemed like I was fine, besides the gunshot wound. I heard that the bullet was still there. It had tumbled and lodged itself into something. Again, I can't remember, like most of this day. This is probably a good thing. I fade out again. I can't explain the feeling. It's like slowly closing your eyes and opening them, and you're somewhere else. No remembrance of how you got there, just that you are there now. This happened again, and this time I was in the quarantine building. This building was originally built as a school. It was then used to quarantine everybody when the sickness came through. I laid on the floor, the wound hurting more. I grabbed my phone and checked my texts. It was the next day. I had told my mother I was going to a concert with a group of friends. I didn't have the heart to tell her what happened. I sent her a text saying, I love you. My friend standing at the door, waiting for someone or something.